Welcome back, friends, to another reading for the collective. This is your first time here. Hello, my name is Ross. I come on here every Tuesday and Thursday and post these readings for the collective, tapping into the energy of the times, although this message is timeless whenever you find it. And I like to think of my readings not so much as fortune telling, but as storytelling. So if there is a part of your story that you find yourself in and you need a little bit more insight into or a different perspective of what's happening for you at this time in your journey, I invite you to hold that feeling, that thought, that sensation, whatever it is that is up for you. And in a moment, we will take 3 deep breaths into that space. And no place for fuzz here. In a moment, we'll take 3 deep breaths into that space. And when we exhale, we can let out a sound, a moan, a groan, a hum, whatever it is, giving that energy a vehicle to be released. So, focusing on the question or the sensation that you would like deeper insight into, and breathing in and out. 2 more times, breathing in and out. And last time, breathing in and out. Today's lesson from A Course in Miracles is no one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. And that feels relevant to share today. So, what is up for the folks at home? What do they need to know about the situation? You're not letting yourself enjoy yourself. 9 of Cups. Cups relate to the water element, emotionality. The book I have, one of the books I have about the Taurus by Rachel Pollack, or Pollack, I'm not sure, talks about how this is the idea of enjoying a time simply for the fact that it is enjoyable. This is also the idea of, with it reversed, coming through right now, is not, it's not so much not appreciating what you have, but not being present enough to enjoy what you do have. And that's not to say that this is suggesting that you be dismissive of the situation. It's just saying that things things are good and it's okay for things to be good. If you're someone who has always been in survival mode, which most of us in the Western white supremacist patriarchy have been, then it's understandable that you would feel like waiting for the other shoe to drop is the phrase. Speaking of things dropping. So this isn't like a chastisement. I know I came off kind of harsh with that, but that was what needed to come through first. Allowing yourself to appreciate what you have. Appreciate the hard work that you've done. These are the trophies, we could say, of this character. And he looks proud. He looks proud to have those. This actually looks like it would be a fun Halloween costume. You have done the work. These readings have shown that. And I know if you're on this side of YouTube, then you are doing the work and continue to do the work. And it's not something that is ever really done. Yeah, allow yourself to feel gratitude for yourself, appreciation for yourself for all the work that you've done, even though it might not seem like it all the time. That work doesn't go anywhere. It's like if you I don't know if this is how video games still work, but there used to be these checkpoints, save points. So if you needed to do something else, you could get to that checkpoint, save the game, and as soon as you turned it back on, you started right back where you saved. So even though there might be the triggers, there might be the lamentations, there might be all of the sad things that the world tries to make you feel sad about, that doesn't mean that you can't respond from this place of where you've been. Let me see if I can say that in a different way. Or maybe you get this. Like if you have a bad day, one bad day doesn't undo all of the days of work. That might be the title. But that's what I'm getting for this. Even though there have been the bad days, and maybe you're in a bad day or a bad week, it doesn't undo all of the good weeks that you've had. It doesn't undo all of the work you've done during those weeks. And if you can't find pride in that, not in an egoic way, but just in a satisfaction kind of way, that yes, I have kept showing up. Yes, I have kept speaking my truth, and maybe that wasn't always received, or the way that you showed up wasn't appreciated in the way that it might have been, should have been. It doesn't matter. You still showed up, you still spoke up, you're still doing the work, and I'm proud of you. The Hierophant, or the Hierophant in reverse, this is speaking to something that also has come up in some of these recent readings of putting down the dogma, putting down the ritualistic way of looking at spirituality, or even the buying into the collective dream of the world. This idea that the world has to be hard, that you have to suffer, that you can't enjoy life. Yeah, you're putting that down and walking away from that all. It's definitely this energy of these folks walking away, but not in defeat, just like, I'm done with that. I'm done playing with that. And there was something I read in Course in Miracles today, and I just so happen to have it right here. Yeah, this is from lesson 131. No one remains in hell, for no one can abandon his creator, nor affect his perfect, timeless, and unchanging love. You will find heaven. Everything you seek but this will fall away. Yet not because it has been taken from you. It will go because you do not want it. You will reach the goal you really want as certainly as God created you in sinlessness. So yeah, this isn't walking away because you're defeated. This is walking away because this guy can have the swords if he wants. Like, it doesn't matter. You're moving beyond that. You're putting down your sword. You're laying down your arms. You're stopping resisting what is for you and moving toward that instead. Huh. I'm just looking here at these. I mean, this guy in the background, the furthest back, is pretty upset. And maybe that's relating to that grief card, the Five of Cups that came up in this reading. But I noticed that there's water here, and the water of the cups as well. So this is the invitation to go back to that well, go back to the water, go back to your emotions, go back to what you're passionate about, putting down these things. So these two are the ones that popped out. And how do we want to talk about that? So, yeah, I guess this is where you're going as you redefine what you believe in and redefine what you actually want. King of Pentacles and yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse. These swords are all falling out. You are moving into a time of abundance and yeah, just kind of letting go of the overthinking. And it's very interesting that we've got this 10 of Swords in reverse here ending and the 9 of Cups here beginning. Because whereas this is the invitation to look with gratitude on the things that you do have and the work that you have done, this is another kind of letting go of all of the ideas about yourself, ideas about what gratitude should look like, about what spirituality should look like, about what the things worth fighting for are, and even what success and stability looks like. This could also be a an older, we could say an older man coming in to offer guidance and abundance. Uh, Big Taurus energy here. We are in Taurus season at the time of recording this. We have a new moon coming up this weekend. I don't know if that feels relevant. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. Yeah. So there is this kind of masculine support, whether it is in a more material realm or an emotional realm. And or maybe it is the when you put down the dogma and stop fighting, it enables you to step into your own kind of kingly role of your emotions, of the things in your life. Hmm. I love this for you. So, bring it on home for us, Hafeez. What else do the folks need to know? What did we miss? What's another way of saying all of this? What's a way of explaining it in a way that is maybe a bit more magical, a bit more meaningful? And like I said, or maybe I didn't say, but I post these every Tuesday and Thursday. And if you want to go deeper into a reading, I have a personalized spread that I created that puts you back into the role of the hero of your own story. So we look at where you are in your life and use the cards to determine the story that your soul came here to tell. So finish us off, Hafiz. There you are. Oh, there were two. And yeah, it definitely feels like this 5 of Swords is like this turning point. So maybe this is where you are, and this is for where you're going. Speak your truth. Wasn't I just talking about that? And hold the connection. Oh, 24 and 28 turns into 6, turns into 10. Hold your truth as this dragonfly. Is that what those are called? Speak your truth. The truth of who we are changes until you can hear the Buddha say, "You are the very root of me." And you know that in your soul of your soul. This is not the time to say the right thing. This is the time to say the only thing, to liberate the one true thing living in your heart that craves freedom. Do not sugarcoat or overanalyze. First, get centered and quiet to hear the truth as it lives in your core, and then speak it clearly with grace and integrity. An authentic life, spoken truthfully, will cost you comfort, relationships, and security, but it is worth everything. It is the soul of your soul. It is the soul, little s, of your soul, big S. Yeah, man. Speak your truth, you know. And again, like looking at this way, like this could be you speaking your truth, and that's going to cause people to walk away. And that is sad. That is sad. But you don't open up into this bounty, and you don't clear your mind of all the overthinking by playing small and not speaking your truth. 28, hold the connection. And I bet this is connection with greater, with the friend, with the creator of your understanding. Before I read that, though, that's kind of like what the connection here with the hierophant or hierophant. Like everything that this represents is, how am I trying to say this? Like the dogma, the rituals, the religions, they all point to something beyond that. And you, with this in reversed, you're going beyond that. You're finding out what that connection to the creator of your understanding means for you beyond the dogma, beyond the structures and made up rules of how to follow it. Hold the connection. You are a member of such a royal family. There is nothing you can do to be disowned. And the eternal crown that awaits you, thousands have bowed to, thousands of times. It takes a great intention and an even greater will to maintain connection with the invisible. Yet your deepest truth and your greatest self is found right there. Now is the time to seek presence with the eternal. Go about your day, make your plans, face your fears, and indulge your joy, all the while remembering your roots and your royal heritage. Whew! Fees dropping them bars. Oh, yeah. I don't know what else there is to say about that than that. Hmm. So I want to thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I post these every Tuesday and Thursday. If you like this reading, give it a like. If you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe. If you think there's someone who might find value in this, feel free to share it with them. I appreciate whenever the messages get out into the world. And I will see you here next time for another reading for the collective. But until then, my friends, I wish you nothing but peace, love, and happiness from this day forward. Take care.